Hello fun people, I'm Isaac Carlson, and today we're going through all of the scientists we know of who are a part of the evil organization Love.Muffin. And of course, if you're new here and you'd like to join the tri-state area Disney fan club, then consider subscribing. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz was at the center of Love.Muffin's founding. The tragic villain from Jusselstein with the platypus nemesis was the one who decided the other villains in the region should form one group, which was easy to do because he already knew most of them. This is why when Dr. Doofenshmirtz had his foot run over, he was visited by a variety of the top evil scientists in the tri-state area. Villains like Rodney, a bald and pointy-eared man who would become Doof's largest and most driven competitor, and Dr. Diminutive, a small scientist who clamored for more recognition due to his short stature, along with the goggles-wearing person, Dr. Blood Pudding, and the floating baby head all came to see him so they could sign his cast. Before Love.Muffin was even formed, the majority of the scientists who would make up its inner circle were already pretty well acquainted, likely through conventions like EvilCon, schools that taught classes like Evil 101, and I'm sure the occasional imprisonment by law enforcement. This is further seen through Doof bringing on a variety of poor, visioned, and turtleneck-wearing friends onto the Dr. Feelbetter show early into the summer, who of course all had agents sent to stop them by O.W.C.A. These nefarious evildoers seem to all be fairly close, which was how Doof was able to have many of them come together and announce they were organizing during their annual evil potluck and press conference.
Anyway, today is the day we reveal to the tri-state area the existence of the League of Villainous Evildoers maniacally united for frightening investments in naughtiness.
You want us to be called Love Muffin?
While most were selected by Doof to be there, Rodney wasn't, but he seemed useful at the time even though that man's arrogance would eventually lead to the organization's undoing. While Love.Muffin definitely wasn't going to suddenly catch on that same day, even though there was a ton of potato salad created by Doof and Norm to lure people in, many of the scientists who were there would remain key members throughout the organization's reign. In addition to everyone who came to visit Heinz for his foot, at the founding of Love.Muffin there was also Dr. Bainbridge, a dangerous man whose nemesis was Agent C, along with angry green-haired person, angsty camo-wearing blue-haired person, the crusty old man scientist, the angular-haired girl, and the big monocled Russian. Sure, their first few attempts at marketing themselves failed pretty spectacularly after their press conference bombed, and they failed to gain much attention when they crashed the show Let's All Dance Until We're Sick due to the intervention by Agent P. But the gang of evildoers was just building up their full power. They were a dangerous league even at the start and would grow to have the capacity to really do a number on the world. After their initial appearance went south, Love.Muffin continued to move forward and actually hosted the second annual Inator Creator competition, which brought together a lot more evil scientists. Love.Muffin's inner circle combined with the scientists from the Dr. Feelbetter show, along with the green-eyed man, two completely green men, a variety of bald men, a guy that kind of looks like me in Phineas and Ferb's world, a futuristic guy, a wise old man, and the prestigious Dr. David Bringdown, who was a man with a monstrous hand. The bigger Love.Muffin was, though, the harder they fell, which is what happened at that competition when all the animal agents broke free from their trap and completely beat down their enemies. But again, that did not stop the scientists from continuing forward in their evil mission for power or dominance or something over the tri-state area. That's why they rented a theater to have the supreme leader of their organization chosen in the Love.Muffin pageant of evil. And again, we see even more members being added on and having a more active role in the group. There's Beefy Armed Guy, Fluffy Red Wearing Goggle Girl, Green Sweater Man, Glass Helmet Boy, the Frankenstein Looking Dude, Grayed Spiky Hair Woman, Pointy Chinned Monocle Guy, Scarred Disheveled Girl, Big Frizzy Blue Haired Girl, the Evil Mustache Doctor, Balding Boy, an Angry Looking Girl, an Average Dude, the Mustache Doctor, and the Black Suit Scientist who originally appeared in a sci-fi movie watched by Phineas and Ferb before he became a true member of Love.Muffin. I mean, on the steps alone, there's a Dracula looking person, a Weird Al lookalike, an angry triangle earring woman, a deranged tie-wearing boy, a grandma who looks like she's trying to find something to do after retirement, and a redhead in pink. Now, the actual competition for Supreme Leader was fierce, but eventually Mr. Fletcher was chosen to lead after he won by being zapped by the Make Everything Evilizer. But he quickly abandoned that post when he snapped out of that, so the role of leader was kind of up in the air for a while. The position was really weeded down to Doofenshmirtz and Rodney, but there was never a definitive decision made, which meant that there was growing tension between those rivals. I mean, they had their competitive struggles beforehand, but now they were trying to best each other at every turn. Sure, events like the annual Love-Muffin Summer Stock Festival drew more scientists to join their ranks like Burgundy Hair Boy, but the conflict in leadership would be an issue that would only continue to grow. Even though Doof was connecting with prominent baddies like Professor Bannister when he was a part of the US-Canadian Evil Scheme exchange program and got him to join Love-Muffin, there was still some frustration by Rodney in their progress to obtain power. He didn't want more members or innators, he wanted results. Of course though, at the Love-Muffin Disservice Awards, Doof seemed to be guiding the group on that day, and their organization seemed to have grown to include a pirate, a blonde woman who could take a chair to the back, and a trench coat wearing man who could beat up a wildebeest. In addition, the inner circle seemed to have evolved as well to include Senor Killbot, a robot who could kind of speak Spanish. Even though the evil scientists respected Doof's ideas and his brilliance, it was eventually Rodney's plan to take over the world that led to that man kind of rising to control Love-Muffin. Now, at that point, Doofenshmirtz didn't really mind now that Love-Muffin was thriving, but he would soon come to realize that what they were working on was something he didn't want to be a part of. Until that realization came, together the iconic villainous scientists, with the help of long-sleeved gray-haired man, head-scarred old guy, blue spacesuit dude, some blonde twins, the short-haired brunette, and a long-haired brunette, came together to target the agents of O.W.C.A and systematically imprison them through a musical number. That's the only way you can do things in Phineas and Ferb. Love-Muffin then was able to successfully extort the world by threatening to put them all into an ice age by moving the Earth away from the sun. I mean, it got to a point where they got the Earth cold enough to be able to have a video call with the Dolphin, a Scottish leader, and even Obama. Love-Muffin was truly at the peak of its existence, but then the founder of Love-Muffin became a bit dissatisfied with the plan because he didn't really want the entire world to suffer. As soon as Love-Muffin became a notorious international threat and Rodney continued to push him away, Dr. Doofenshmirtz bailed, decided that he just wanted to pursue taking the tri-state area, and felt like the world needed to be warm again. That's when Doof turned to Monogram and inspired him to free his agents so that they could have an army to stop Rodney and Love-Muffin together. Wildly enough, Dr. Doofenshmirtz was the evil scientist who ensured that Love-Muffin began and ensured that it was destroyed. But do you think they will rise again? Let me know down below, and also make sure to subscribe and click the beautiful bell, and then click on another magical video in the description or on the screen. Finally, thank you to my patrons, thanks for watching, and have a magical day.